So your IT teacher tells you have to create a web page using Microsoft Word. How on earth are we going to do that? Let's take a look at how we create a web page using Microsoft Word. Let's go.
Now, the first thing we would want to do is set up the orientation of the page. For a better layout, I recommend changing it to landscape mode. Once that is done, we now want to set our margins to narrow and zoom out to around 60% so we can see the entire page when doing our design, right? So once that is done, we can now begin our design of the web page. You can use tables, text boxes, and shapes to help in designing your web page for the website, right? So in this example, I'm using tables to set up my layout for my web page, right? So our web page will follow the standard layout. That is, it must contain a header, navigation site, body of content, and a footer. So we are moving at a really fast pace here as I am showing you guys the process of creating the web page, right? So there's a lot of tweaking to be done. So when it is you are doing your project, you guys can do the same, right? Fix to suit, right? So once that is done, you can add text boxes as well, right? So here we're gonna add a text box on the banner, and you're going to see me struggle a bit to figure out what went wrong, right? Until it finally clicked that the color needed changing afterwards. And this is me mistaken shape fill for the actual color of the text. And here we go. Voila. So we have now successfully created our first web page. You can also change the color of the page. When you're done, you can then remove the borders of the table. To simply do that, you click on the table tools tab, right? Select the table design, and on the borders, select no borders. Now it's time to save our web page. Once you are satisfied with your design, I would recommend creating a folder to save your Microsoft Word web pages in for ease of access, right? So when saving your page, you must ensure that the save as type is set to web page, right? So the icon will look similar to your browser icon. Now, here's a tip for you. Your first page is usually your home page of a website. So when saving the page, do not save it under the name home as you will encounter an error when testing the links once all web pages are designed. So you're going to see a preview of that error in a bit once everything has been completed. So we're creating our other web pages, and then we have to go to link them via hyperlinks, right? So basically, you can just copy and paste the same format of your first page, right? And you can just edit to suit, right? So you can add in extra information, add in more pictures, right? So whatever it is however you want it to be, you can go ahead and set that as is, right? And we save our second web page. Remember to save the save as type is a web page, right? So now it is time to add our hyperlinks, right? So to simply do that, you highlight your word, you right click and select hyperlink or link, depending on the operating system that you have, right? It opens up the insert hyperlink dialog box. So on the left of the box, you will see the heading link to, right? You're going to select existing file or web page. You look for the web page in the folder you would have saved it in. Select the web page you would like to add as a hyperlink and click OK. The word will then change color to blue and would be underlined. So ensure that you save your changes when that is done. All right, so that's adding our final touches of the hyperlinks. So once everything has been added and saved, we can now test to see if our website works. And it does, right? So let's test the links now. right? Second page opens up, third page opens up, and let us see if we can download a fillable form. And yes, we can, right? So do not hurriedly close off the banners at the top. So one of them was to enable the macro. So you see that how the page shows up differently there, and we can't add anything to it. So we make sense now, and we are able to now fill out the form. Type in somewhere on planet Earth. So yeah, so we all what you're seeing here is just us testing the form to make sure it works. So once we click on that submit button, it will open up the Outlook app, right? Already with the subject along with the body of the email and the fillable form attached, right? So all we need to do now is click on send. So here it is. We're just finding a picture and we want to find something on birds, and there we go, yes. And we click submit. So once you click submit, you will see the Outlook app opens up, and there you have it. So it sends to the email who it is we're going to be sending to, right? And when you click on home, this is the area I'm talking about. So to simply change that, you want to go and edit the page, right? So you right click on the page, go to save as, right? Save it as another web page and change the name to like page one or something suitable, right? And once you save it, you refresh the page or you open it up again and you'll see that it works. So that is basically the steps in creating a web page using Microsoft Word. And this one requires no coding, right? So it's pretty simple. So it gives you an idea how to play around with it in terms of design and layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. Till we meet again, happy creating.